So let me ask, are you where you want to be in life? Are you financially free, successful, and abundant? Do you love what you do in order to create your income? Are the people around you in your relationships all happy and satisfied? And are you contributing in your higher purpose into humanity? If you are, well done. I congratulate you for that. And I would love your feedback on whether you've had a lot that you had to get over in order to be in that place in life, or if life was an easy flow for you, as it is for some. But if, like me, you have had a lot to get over and you have had a lot of challenges, if your Saturn is strong and compromised and wants you on your purpose no matter how hard you have to fight to get there, then I invite you to stick around and follow along with me to see maybe where you are a little bit stuck in the habit of your identity rather than connecting to your higher self and following your inspired guidance into your vortex of good experiences, good feelings, financial abundance, and joy in this earth life that we are experiencing in this turbulent time on the planet. Something that I have mentioned before that seems very mundane, but really affects 99% of us, is the habit of the mentality that when we really think about it, that we are born into earth life and that our whole purpose is, once we start walking and talking, we go to school to be programmed and learn what they want us to learn in order for us to go to college, to get a job, to work hard for 30 to 40, 50 years in order to retire and hope to feel fulfilled in our older age. That just does not make any sense to me. And I believe that that is the construct that we are being called out of. That is what we are being woken up to. We, as I also have said before, are meant to work as a humanity with against the elements. We're supposed to make sure that there's food to eat in the winter and shelter in the winter. And yes, now we have grocery stores and we all have brick houses or whatever kind of structures that we live in that keep us protected. But that has then strayed us away from being a working conscious collective where we are still a collective, but we're all going our own direction and we're not cohesive. So I believe we're kind of being initiating, being called back to being a cohesive people again sometime in our future. And that's going to take conscious effort from every individual by focusing on our own lives, our own situations, in order to move the collective forward. And we make this shift in the collective through us as individuals, becoming conscious, becoming the observer, becoming intentional as to where we want to go and how we are getting there in our experience in the physical body here in earth, sharing a spiritual experience in the physical. So, as I like to do, I think I'll pull a couple cards. Let me grab the Crow Tarot and see what messages we get today about how we are shifting the construct of humanity and maybe what to focus on in our individual lives. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. And I know my message tends to be consistent because I believe that this is what I'm called to teach at this time. The Page of Wands is each one of us stepping into our own passions and sharing out the things that we're doing, because in sharing, we bring joy to others and we create connection in this sharing of our passions. I don't know if some of you are teachers. Maybe you want to teach art classes, teach music classes. Look at how that crow is singing. I talk a lot about the fact that I believe that we should all step into our passions, and that is the Page of Wands. The Four of Cups suggests that some of us are distracted. We're not paying attention to the calling, to the messages we're getting to move into our purpose. We are distracted with maybe some of the difficulties that are, forgive me for that, that are all around us, and that takes us away from our focus on our purpose and where we are stepping into. But we are being asked to remember, and I think I got the Justice card yesterday also, that this is our time to step up into our purpose, into our truth, each one of us wearing the crown of Christ. Let me just say that, because that's what came to me when I flipped that card. Carrying the scales of justice. We are being asked to step into our sovereignty, to know who we are, and to recognize that in taking the right steps in our earth life, we are the right steps being different for each one of us, being following our calling, that we are doing our work to balance what's happening in humanity. And one more card for us today is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands in this card, a little reminiscent of the Two of Cups, because the two crows are there together. This is about starting to envision, starting to dream, starting to go on the computer. How could I do this? Who's doing what I want to do? And let me see what they're doing to be successful, to see how I could be successful. Maybe there's somebody that I know that I want to work with, or that might know how to help me. What I do know is that we need to remind ourselves every day, whether it's through a video, whether it's through a mastermind group, whether it's through an accountability partner, whether it's through a friend, we need to remind ourselves, oh yes, I am a spiritual being having a physical experience, and I want to remember to be intentional in my path today. So a little different for the Two of Wands, as I like to do. Everybody, think about where you can be intentional. See where you are missing messages about inspiration and guidance that you are given in order to step up, forgive me, into your sovereignty and start to almost not take action, but start to really start to make those plans, to start to look, how could I do this? What could I do to express this passion that I have and to share with others that may help them find their passions? Thanks.